Hey, Brittany, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I've finally made up my mind and I'm going to be moving in to take care of your mom.
Wait, what? Sorry, Miranda, what do you mean by that?
Well, I know that your dad got really sick and passed away so suddenly, and I'm sure that your mom is just really lonely right now. So I want to be a good daughter-in-law and move in with her to make sure she's taken care of. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to be in my care as well.
Yeah, I'm sure she would be happy to know how eager you are to take care of her. But I'm already living at home with my mom, so I really don't think you need to trouble yourself by moving in. Besides, my brother is still away on a business trip and hasn't come back yet. So I think you might just want to wait for him to get back, so you don't feel overwhelmed with my mom.
Oh, come on. What are you so worried about? Look, I've already arranged for my things to be moved there next week, so I'll see you then.
Hold on a second. You're going to be moving in here with my mom and I next week?
Well, of course. No time like the present, right? Although there is just one condition I need to make. I'll be living with your mom, but not with you. So could you pack your things up and move out for me? Otherwise, I just don't think there will be enough room.
What in the world are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that I want you to just leave taking care of your mom to me, okay? You don't have to worry about anything else. I'll be sure to take care of her very well and make sure she has everything that she might need to be comfortable. You should see this as an excuse to finally move out of your parents' house and concentrate on your life. I mean, you can't just leech off your mom for the rest of her life, you know?
Wait a second. You think I'm leeching off my mom? I'll have you know that I don't ask her for anything at all.
Well, either way, you're old enough that there's no good reason why you should still be living with your mom like this. How about you go out and find a real job and learn to stand on your own 2 feet, huh? You can't just take your mom's retirement money as your allowance anymore.
I don't do any of that. And I do stand on my own 2 feet, thank you very much.
Look, I know what your little plan is. You're trying to just live at home so that you can live off your mom's retirement and what your dad left your mom. But I'm not going to let that happen. If you think you can take your dad's money like that for yourself, you've got another thing coming.
Mom, you and I need to have a little talk because I just heard some crazy news from Miranda.
Oh, are you talking about how Miranda's going to be moving in?
But you knew that this was going on and you didn't tell me at all? I only just found out about it now from Miranda herself. I'm glad she wants to be there for you, but she wants me to move out. She thinks I'm some kind of recluse shut-in who wants to leech your money from you.
You're kidding me. Oh, I had no idea that she would try and kick you out of the house. Obviously, there's no need at all for you to go and do that. I'll talk to Miranda about this and tell her that if she plans on trying to get rid of you, that I don't need her to move in with me after all. In fact, I already tried to turn her down once, but I guess she wasn't listening.
You mean you already tried to tell her that she doesn't need to move in?
Of course I told her that. I mean, you're already living here with me, so why would I need her here as well? I told her that it really was fine and that she didn't need to trouble herself by doing that. I thought I made it clear how grateful I was to have you looking over me already, but I never would have guessed that she would just tell you you had to move out.
So you already told her no, but she's still trying to have her way? I guess that explains why she waited until the very last minute to try and get me to move out. She told me that she plans on moving in here next week.
Miranda's going to be moving in my house next week? Well, this is the first that I'm hearing about this.
I assumed that she hadn't told you, but I guess this just confirms it.
Honestly, what is that girl thinking? Why does she have to behave this way towards you? Doesn't she know how cruel that is to try and kick you out?
Well, I don't care what she thinks is going to happen. But why does she even want to move in with you now of all times? It's not like she ever comes around to even visit with you. And neither of us have been able to reach Jake at all since he left on his business trip.
That's right. Your brother has been away, and meanwhile Miranda's all but ignored us. She wasn't even at your father's funeral, and yet the last time we talked, she was asking me about when she would get her portion of the inheritance. I think that she's just trying to get closer to me so that she can try and get her hands on that money.
But even if she wanted what Dad might have left you, it's not like we're that rich to begin with. Doesn't she realize that moving in with you would be a lot more work than the money she'd get from you?
About that. You see, I assume that you know that your father is invested in some stocks, right? Well, those belong to you now. I don't really know how it all works, but your dad made some investments in a bunch of different places. I guess that's where he got all of those coupons and vouchers.
You mean like the times that he would have vouchers for restaurants and hotels and stuff?
Yes, those kinds of things. You remember how your dad would always like to treat us. Of course, he got quite lonely after your brother went to go and study abroad. That's why he would always insist on going to eat as a family when Jake was in town.
I had no idea that that's where Dad was getting all of those vouchers from, though.
Well, anyways, as he got older, your dad went to eat out less and less, but if he was getting all of those vouchers, we can only imagine what he was investing in.
You mean to say that you think he was actually sitting on quite a bit of money this whole time?
Yes, but I was giving some of those vouchers to Miranda just because I couldn't use them all, and apparently that's why she thinks that I actually have all the money. I tried explaining to her that she had it all wrong, but she just insisted that I was hiding money from her so that I could give it all to you.
So that's what this is all about. She thinks that you might be sitting on all kinds of nice expensive stocks, and that's why she wants to move in so badly.
Yes, I think that's what's going on, but I'm so sorry to get you involved. I tried calling Jake to ask him to speak to Miranda about her behavior, but it's so difficult to get a hold of him since he's away.
Well, I think that this time of year he's actually really busy with work, isn't he? And since our afternoon is night there, the time just isn't good to call.
I know, but I don't know if I can wait until he's finally back home to be able to talk to him about this. And so I think we'll just have to deal with Miranda ourselves.
Well, don't worry, Mom. You're not alone. I know that Jake is far away, but I'm still here for you. I'm sure that we can think of a way to deal with her. But you've had a stressful enough time dealing with the funeral and the estate management and all of that. So you just rest for now.
I won't lie, I'm quite tired and I really don't want to deal with this.
Well, I would really love to take you out to eat somewhere nice. Just like old times, Mom. Maybe we could talk a little bit about this while we eat.
Hello there. I see that you haven't packed up any of your things at all yet. I thought I told you that I wanted you out of the house before I got here, didn't I? Well, I'm here, so get out.
Oh, Miranda, you're already here. I actually can't believe that you actually came.
Why are you so surprised? I told you that I was going to be moving in with your mom, didn't I? So why don't you pack up your bags and beat it already?
You know, I was talking with my mom, and she told me that she told you not to move in with her. So it sounds to me like you're making this decision on your own, against my mom's wishes.
Yeah, your mom did say no, but I know she was only doing that to try and run cover for you. Obviously, she wouldn't agree to something that involved kicking you out of the house. But I know that she secretly really wants this to happen, and so that's why I'm going to just take matters into my own hands.
Are you serious? Do you really think that's okay?
Oh, don't worry. If you don't like it, you can talk to your brother about it when he gets back here in 2 years. But the point is that I am much more suited to be taking care of your mom than you are. Honestly, you all should be so grateful for what I'm doing for you. Like helping you finally get the courage to move out of this house like I've been telling you to.
For the last time, I am not the recluse that you think I am. But I do know that you're nothing but a gold digger. You're pretending to do this for my mom, but it's so obvious you're only interested in the money my dad left behind.
How could you say that about me? What is the matter with you? Do you really think that I would just do that? Just because you're a leech on your mom doesn't mean I am as well. So how about you quit projecting what you're actually doing onto me, who isn't doing anything at all? Now just hurry up and move out so that I can take your place living with your mom. You've been living here for free long enough. Now it's my turn for the easy life. And since I'm going to be taking care of your mom, you should know that I'll be expecting to be paid for my work as well.
You want to be paid for living with my mom? What do you want, like $2,000 a month?
Only $2,000 a month? I will be taking care of your mom 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I think that you're going to have to come up with something a bit more impressive than a measly $2,000 a month. I want at least $100,000 a year for the work that I'll be doing, taking care of your mom.
Honestly, why don't you just say that you're after my dad's money? It would be more honest at this point.
You have no idea what you're talking about. I am not trying to steal anything. I'm only trying to make sure that I am fairly compensated. I'm not doing anything with this at all.
I mean, this is literally just 1 or 2 steps away from money laundering at this point.
I'm telling you that I'm not after your family's money, but if I am going to be taking care of your mom, then isn't it only fair that I get paid for all my efforts? Why do you think I went through the trouble of bringing my mom here as well?
Hold on a second. Are you telling me that you and your mom are going to be moving in here?
Of course. I figured that your mom could use another old woman in the house to chat with, so I brought my mom along to keep her company. You see, it's not just me. It's me and my mom coming to move in.
I really don't know what to say to that at all.
Well, the thing is that my mom's old apartments are marked for demolition, so I needed to find a new place where she could live anyways. This is kind of like getting 2 birds with 1 stone when you think about it. So not only am I moving in, but I'm also bringing in a friend for your mom. That's more than you can say that you've done for her, isn't it? Besides, your mom's house is so big that there is plenty of room for the 3 of us.
I really just don't even know what to say to you anymore.
How about you tell me that you have finally started packing your things and that you're getting ready to leave? Because I want to give your room to my mom.
You really want me out of the house badly, don't you? This really is about more than just my dad's money, isn't it?
Let's just say I'm so glad to have come over while you and your mom are out. You've made taking the house from you so much easier.
I'm sorry, but you stepping into this house is the closest you're going to get to what you want.
And just how are you going to stop me from doing anything when I'm already here and you're nowhere to be found, huh? You can't do anything to me. I have all the power here. And if you're not going to come back here and get your things, then I'll just have to throw them out myself. I'll leave you with nothing.
Okay, fine. I'll be out of the house by the end of the day.
Finally, I knew that you'd see reason soon enough. Now hurry up and leave the house already, you no good little parasite.
But you should know that I'm going to be taking my mom with me, and you'll never see either of us again.
What in the world are you even talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that we're not at home right now, because we're looking at a new place to move into. We're going to move into a new home.
Now, hold on for 1 second. I never asked you to take your mom with you. You're the only one that I want to move out of here. Why do you have to take your mom with you too?
Because I talked to my mom about this, and this is what she wants. She told me that she didn't want to live with someone who tossed her daughter out on the street.
But you're the one dragging your own mom out of her own home over this. I mean, I bet that you're forcing your mom to pay for your new home right now, aren't you? You're always saying how I'm after your family's money when you're the one that's really trying to use it all up so there's nothing left. Well, how about I call the cops and report the elder abuse that's going on right now?
You are more than welcome to call whoever you want about this. There isn't going to be anything you can do at all. And just why would you go and annoy the police with something stupid like this anyways? By the way, you should know that my mom is here with me. In fact, she has something she'd like to say to you.
Hello there, Miranda. I'm so sorry that we couldn't have this conversation face to face. Wait, hold on. Is that really you? Now, look, let me explain. I understand how you feel about your daughter, but I think that we need to step back and really think about this rationally, right? I mean, can't you see she's just using you for your money? She's nothing but a parasite. I'm sorry to burst your little bubble, but if anyone is a parasite here, I'm afraid that it's me. You see, I wouldn't be able to live without all of the help Brittany gives to me. She's even being kind enough to pay for this new place that we're moving into, so why would I turn down this chance to avoid living with you and your mom? Wait, what do you mean Brittany is going to be paying for the new house? I know, isn't it so exciting? We're going to be moving into this lovely condo. I've always wanted to try living in a place like this. Hold it. You all are going to be moving into a condo together? But I don't get it. How could a little weirdo shut-in like Brittany be able to afford a place like that? I suppose you really have no idea about what it is that my daughter does to make a living. She's a day trader who learned all of her tricks from her father. And I think that if I'm not mistaken, she takes him about $200,000 a year as profit. Wait, what? You're telling me that the reason Brittany spends so much time at home is really because she's trading stocks? Yes, it is quite funny, isn't it? My son wants to travel all over the world to make a living, and my daughter prefers to make it from the comfort of her home. I still think it's so funny just how different my children ended up from each other. But then, what about those vouchers that you gave me earlier? I thought you said that you got vouchers from your late husband and that you couldn't use them all. Well, that's correct. I did used to get vouchers from my husband, but now I get them from Brittany. But I still can't use them all, and so I gave some to you as well. I suppose you thought that both Brittany and I were just living off of what my late husband left for us, didn't you? But, I thought that you were hiding a bunch of money from me. And if you're getting vouchers from places where you're investing, then that must mean you have a lot of money with them. Yes, well, I used up all the money that my husband left me quite a bit ago. I only have a few stocks of his that I haven't sold yet. But otherwise, Brittany has basically been using all her own money to take care of me. After all, I really only get my retirement money now, and that's hardly enough to live off of. But you should also know that since I'm going to be moving out, I'm planning on selling the house as well. We were going to send movers to take our stuff from there to our new place, though. Wait, you were going to sell the house? But then, where are my mom and I supposed to live? Well, that really isn't my problem, dear. But anyways, don't touch any of my belongings or else I'll know. Anyways, sounds to me like you've got some apartment hunting to do as well. Good luck.
After, my mom and I moved into our new place. We finally got a hold of Jake. He asked us why our background looked different, and we were finally able to explain to him about what we'd been through and why we moved into a new condo. Jake was so embarrassed about how Miranda treated us that he divorced her from abroad. Miranda did her best to try and fight the process, but with worrying about finding a new place for her and her mom and finding a new job to be able to take care of them, she agreed to divorce for a small settlement fee. It was barely enough to cover the down payment on their new apartment, however. Obviously, this isn't how I wanted things to go down between Miranda and my family, but I'm just glad that I was able to protect my mother and myself, and that Jake seems to be okay with the divorce now that he understands who his wife really is.